Hi, third grade. I'm super excited for our next project. We will be creating a collage where you balance shapes and make them pop with color. So you'll come up with a composition that will be similar to this one that I made, or an example for you to look at. Alright, so for today we're going to focus on cutting out shapes, both organic shapes and geometric shapes, to eventually glue down to our substrate or our black paper. So let's get going. So you'll notice that on your tables there are plastic bags, masking tape, and Sharpies. These plastic bags are where you're going to be able to put the shapes that you eventually cut out of the colored paper at your table. So we need to make sure that our names and our period numbers are on these plastic baggies. So you will take turns at your table taking a piece of tape that's long enough for you to fit your name and your period number on it. Slap it on the bag, make sure it's put nicely down, and on the tape with a Sharpie, legibly, clearly write your name and your period number, which that will be on the board for you. I don't have a period number because I'm in the art room all day, but here is what mine would look like. Just for example, I can put A1. Perfect. Go ahead and do that. So now that you have your bag labeled with your name on it, you can go ahead and begin cutting out shapes from the paper swatches that are at your table. You'll notice that there are purple papers. My art kit at home, I don't have purple paper actually. I'll have to get some. So I had to make some out of marker on white paper, but you have regular purple construction paper. There is red paper, orange paper, green paper, blue paper, and yellow paper. These are primary and secondary colors, which is something that we will go over in a later part of this lesson. But for now, you just need to focus on making sure that you cut out the right amount and the right sizes of paper. So with each color, you will need to cut out 3 different shapes in 3 different sizes. There will be small shape, medium shape, and large shape. And you'll need 1 of each sizes from each color. There are 6 colors. If you have 3 shapes for each color, 6 times 3 is 18. So you will need at least 18 different shapes. You can have more, but 18 is the minimum requirement. So now that you have your bag labeled with your name on it, you can go ahead and begin cutting out shapes from the paper swatches that are at your table. You'll notice that there are purple papers. My art kit at home, I don't have purple paper actually. I'll have to get some. So I had to make some out of marker on white paper, but you have regular purple construction paper. There is red paper, orange paper, green paper, blue paper, and yellow paper. These are primary and secondary colors, which is something that we will go over in a later part of this lesson. But for now, you just need to focus on making sure that you cut out the right amount and the right sizes of paper. So we can start with yellow since it's the color that's on the top of the pile. And let's give an example of what kind of shapes you need to cut out. So let's start with our large shape from the yellow. A large shape should be roughly around the size of your palm. It doesn't have to be the exact same shape as your palm, but around that size. You can choose to make either an organic or a geometric shape. I'm going to make a geometric shape for my large shape. A geometric shape is a shape that is recognized in mathematics. So I'm going to create a hexagon. A hexagon meaning it has 6 sides. Notice how I'm turning my paper, not my scissors, to cut my shape. And also I'm making sure that my scissors open wide every time I make a turn. It doesn't have to be a perfect hexagon, but make an attempt to do it carefully or cut it out carefully. So let's see. It's a little bigger than my palm, but that's okay. So this is going to count as my large yellow shape, and it is a geometric shape. I'm going to make a nice neat scrap pile, and I'm going to put my shapes into my bag as I cut them out. Please make sure that your shape fits into the bag. Perfect. So now I'm going to cut my medium shape out of my yellow paper. A medium shape is a little smaller than your palm, so no bigger than your palm. And this time I'm going to make an organic shape. An organic shape is a shape that isn't really found in mathematics. It kind of has just organic lines or flowing lines that you kind of make up. Again, notice how I'm turning my paper and opening my scissors every time I do so. My scissors kind of stay in the same place and my paper is what moves around. Make sure my scissors are nice and open as I'm turning my paper. Here is my medium organic shape. See how it might be kind of on the big side for medium shape, but it's a little bit smaller than my palm. So that will be my medium yellow shape, and it happens to be an organic shape. I'm now going to cut out my small shape from my yellow paper. A small shape should roughly be kind of the top half of 3 fingers. So see those 3 fingers right there? Your small shapes shouldn't be much bigger than that. So because the top parts of my 3 fingers, I could cut a shape out of my scraps, I'm not going to use this yellow paper, this third one. I'm going to save it for somebody else to use so we're not being wasteful. So I can just set that somewhere, leave a pile of paper I don't need. And I'm going to use this area from this paper where I cut my medium shape out of to make my small shape. I'm going to do a geometric shape. I think I'm going to do a triangle. And to save some time, I'm going to use the nice edges that I have from this paper and just make one angled line. Here's my small yellow shape. I made a triangle by simply cutting an angled line off the corner of my yellow paper. Put that in the bag. So you can make more than 3 shapes from any given color. I just want you to make sure you have a small, a medium, and a large shape from each color. I want to use a little more of my yellow paper, so I'm going to cut maybe some strips that could act as some small shapes. Maybe I want another organic shape. I kind of like those. Kind of like a teardrop. Cool. Put those in my bag. Great. So you will do the same thing for each of the remaining 5 colors. Make sure that you have a small, medium, and large shape of each, and alternate between making geometric shapes and organic shapes. you've cut out all of your shapes that you will want to eventually use for your final composition or collage, you'll make sure that your bag is tightly sealed, all the air is out, and there is your material. With the scraps, you might have noticed how I was kind of organizing things I've cut out and papers that I did not use. That is what I want you to do at your tables. I want you all as a table to neatly stack papers that were unused and scraps that are big enough to still cut material out of, or for another class to cut shapes out of, or for you to cut shapes out of next period. Make sure that those are also in a nice stack, just like so. So this is really kind of what things should look like when we're done working for the day. You will notice that at your table you also have a large size Ziploc bag with your period number on it. Here's just an example, A1, and what table color you're at, so blue. These large baggies are for you to put your unused colored paper and colored paper that you cut out of, so you can use those next class. So one volunteer at the table will take your nice neat stack of unused colored paper, and on top of that put paper that you've cut out things from, and you will put that in your Ziploc bag, with a large Ziploc bag with your table color and period number on it. So next time you will be able to recollect these materials, put them on your table, and use them again. So you can rotate between volunteers day to day, but one volunteer from each table should take their table's large Ziploc bag as well as everyone's small Ziploc bags and take those to your classroom shelf. So that means only 4 people should be returning materials to the classroom shelf, and everyone else should push their chairs in, stand directly behind their chairs so I can double check that there are no Sharpies or masking tape on the floor and that everything's as clean as possible and the classroom is ready for the next class. Thank you.